Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. This is already the AFC Conference Championship game for our London Black Knights series, and if we win this episode, we advance on to the Super Bowl, so that's going to be a really fun episode to conclude Season 1. So let's check out the playoff bracket. As you guys can see from the last episode, we beat the Cleveland Browns big time, 50-3. So in our opponents, both of our opponents rather, the Jaguars and the Browns, they only scored at least one field goal and no touchdowns. So the winner of the Giants-Bears game, which will be played in East Rutherford, New Jersey, will be our NFC opponent if we make it and win against this Ravens. So I also have one thing to show you as well, the weekly awards. So Devin McCourty, congrats to him, that pick six to end the game. It was like 92 yards, and he had one sack defensively in that game. So without further ado, we'll see you at kickoff.
The AFC Championship game on EA Sports. As we'll see Andy Dalton and the London Black Knights versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Alright, it is a kickoff time here at Olympic Stadium in London for the first AFC Conference Championship game for the London Black Knights. So, we've had NFC Conference Championship games previously in London, which I will have both with the London Bulldogs, which I will have in both of the videos from seasons 2 and 3 in the description if you guys want to check those episodes out if you haven't already. So the first season was a road game, road conference championship game. So Lamar Jackson runs the ball. He lost at least 1 yard on that play. So this will result in a 2nd and 11 now here for the Baltimore Ravens. So the Ravens, they don't want to lose so many yards, so they throw this to J.K. Dobbins. And Lamar Jackson, he's 1 for 1 there, so this will result in a 3rd down and 3 now here for the Baltimore Ravens. So they are going to throw this football out, and that is going to be a 1st down. So they're going to be at the 44-yard line, basically, with only 2:30 to go in the first quarter. And I'm thinking that Lamar Jackson, that he is just going to run the football because he can run the ball pretty well. And there is actually a flag on the play. It is a holding call. It is on Patrick Ricard, and we are going to decline that penalty as it will now be a 2nd down and 6 now here for the Ravens. And he throws this football, Lamar Jackson. This is his first incomplete pass of the game, so that will become a 3rd down and 6 now from the 41. And he gets sacked by Malcolm Jenkins. Malcolm Jenkins gets London's first sack of the game defensively. And this will be a 4th down and 15. We'll be ready to return the punt, actually, with Antonio Brown, former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver. And he's going to return this one. And he gets stopped at the 27-yard line. So we get to see Andy Dalton step onto the field for the first time in this episode. And we're going to use the Bills drag. Even though we're no longer the Buffalo Bills, they still have this same exact play. We're now the London Black Knights. I think I've told you this. I may have told you guys this when we were doing our Orlando Wizards franchise, that they use the Saints pass plays. They name it Saints, but it's no longer the New Orleans Saints because we are now the Orlando Wizards. So that's why I really like doing these relocation franchises with you guys. So Andy Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to throw this out to Antonio Brown. And he gets stopped at the 23. 2 for 2, 50 yards. So he averaged 25 yards per pass on that play, Andy Dalton. So that will be a 1st and 10. So from the 23-yard line, 26 seconds to go in the first quarter, Andy Dalton, he is going to throw this out to Antonio Brown, and he gets the first touchdown of the AFC Conference Championship game for the London Black Knights. They will lead this one 7-0. We'll see you guys in the second quarter. Alright, now 1st down and 10 from the 48-yard line here at Olympic Stadium in London. And Lamar Jackson, he's going to throw this out to the wide receiver there. So Lamar Jackson, he's 4 for 5, 50 yards. And Zach Pascal claims his first reception of the game for the Baltimore Ravens. They want to tie this game up. And they started out the wild card like we did. So they're going to throw this to the wide receiver. And this will be a 2nd down and 4 here for the Baltimore Ravens. So they want to aim their way forward to get it into the end zone. Now, they're actually going to run the football, but with the wide receiver there, as this will be a 3rd down and 2 now from the 30-yard line here at Olympic Stadium in London. So they're going to hand this off to J.K. Dobbins, and he does not get a 1st down. 4th and 2 now. Okay, it is field goal time here in London. So the Baltimore Ravens, they're going to kick this off. Justin Tucker from 29 yards out. He does get a field goal in this, which is better than nothing. It's better than no points at all. 3 is larger than 0. But anyways, it is kickoff time, and Golden Tate will be ready to return the kickoff. And he's going to get stopped at the 30-yard line. And that's going to be a 1st down and 10. 31-yard return, though, as the Black Knights still lead this one 7-3. Alright, now we're going to use a Wassail pass play on 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line. We're basically in the red zone. So I'm going to throw this out to Gronk, and he will get a touchdown for the London Black Knights. And they will lead this one 14-3 here at Olympic Stadium. So we'll see you guys when we're on defense. Alright, now 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. So he's going to throw this one pretty deep, Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson, he's 6 for 8, 57 yards. And he has not thrown an INT in this game. So what are they going to try to do? They want to get 1st downs and stuff, yes. And that, my friends, is going to be an interception by Tre'Davious White. So that's going to be a 1st down for us, as the Baltimore Ravens do claim their first turnover of the game. Lamar Jackson wasn't necessarily expecting that, but Andy Dalton, he is going to throw this out to Golden Tate, and he's going to get a touchdown for the London Black Knights, as they will lead this one now 21-3, 36-yard touchdown reception, and we'll see you guys in the second half. Alright, now it is kickoff time here at Olympic Stadium. The London Black Knights lead this one 21-3, and Golden Tate will be ready to return this kickoff. And it looks like that he is going to take this all the way to the house. He's going to return this, and nobody even stops him, and he gets that touchdown. 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to begin this second half. That is awesome. That is an awesome performance. I love those types of plays because you don't get to see them very often, and it's just one of those magical plays you instantly see because they extend their lead even further. So we're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys when we're back on offense. Alright, so there's 1:24 left to go in the third quarter. So we got Josh Dobbs, and I'm using Todd Gurley to run the football. And he uses that juke move there, and he's going to jump on into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for London, but it appears that Rob Gronkowski is down and injured, so we're going to have to attempt a 2-point conversion. I don't know what the injury is, but they'll tell us. So we get the 2-point conversion. That's good. So we lead this one 36-3. He has a dislocated shoulder, Gronk, and he cannot return in this game. So you know what that means. He's not going to make it to he won't play in the Super Bowl. All right, now first down and 10 from the 32-yard line. And Lamar Jackson, he's going to throw this pass pretty good. And that's going to be a first down and 10. So he has one INT. And that's going to be at the 47-yard line. The clock is winding down pretty fast in this third quarter. And it's funny how, because in the third quarter, we didn't really film that much. All we did, for the most part, was saw that awesome kickoff return that Golden Tate made, and then we saw that Todd Gurley juking the ball and getting first downs along the way. So Mark Andrews does claim that reception. End of third. Okay, beginning of the fourth quarter here in Olympic Stadium here at snowy London, England. And they're going to throw this one, and Jalen Ramsey claims his first interception of the game. And Lamar Jackson, he threw 2 INTs this whole game. Well, there's 3 turnovers, but Sheldon Rankins actually recovered a fumble. That was during the break in the third quarter. So, that's interesting because we don't really see that too often, because we have a 91 overall defense. So that's something to be proud of. So Frank Gore, he runs the ball. He gets stopped at the 44. 3:23 left in the fourth quarter here in London. And third down and 1. I'm just going to throw it with Josh Dobbs. And I'm going to throw this to Golden Tate. That's going to be incomplete. And I'm just going to run the football. I'm not going to throw, because I'm afraid that that's going to be an incompletion and they will have to claim the football. So we got Frank Gore running the ball, and he gets stopped at the 43. So he has 5 carries, 36 yards there. And that is going to be a first down and 10 from the 43-yard line. So Joshua Dobbs, he hands this off to Frank Gore, and he's going to get stopped at the 42. So he has 6 carries, 37 yards. And he doesn't have any touchdowns as of yet. The only rushing touchdown we've had so far in this game was that Todd Gurley run. So we're leading this 36-3 here in London, and we're going to take a small break. Okay, first down and 10, Joshua Dobbs. He's going to throw this out to Austin Bleakney, but we get pressured down. I don't necessarily get sacked, but this will be a second and 10 now. So Joshua Dobbs, he's going to throw this one to Austin Bleakney. He gets that first down at the 2-yard line. And the game's almost over. So we're going to automatically lead this Super Bowl. Either we're going to play against the Chicago Bears or the New York Giants. But Calais Campbell appears to be down and injured for the Ravens D-line. Austin Bleakney claims that touchdown reception, and we'll see you guys after the game is over. All right, Lamar Jackson, 73.8 passer rating, 15 for 21 and 181 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 INTs. We did not film the touchdown part because we super simmed it, so that's why you guys didn't see that. Andy Dalton, perfect passer rating, and 3 touchdowns on the day. Joshua Dobbs had 1 touchdown on the day as well. Frank Gore had 10 carries, 65 yards. And Todd Gurley, he had 44 yards and a touchdown, by the way. Austin Bleakney, Golden Tate, Zach Pascal, Rob Gronkowski, and Antonio Brown all claimed at least 1 touchdown reception. Now, let's check out the INTs. Jalen Ramsey and Tre'Davious White both claimed INTs whatsoever. Malcolm Jenkins and Ed Oliver claimed at least 1 sack defensively. So, kickoff return wise, he had that 97-yarder to begin that third quarter. awesome for a touchdown. We'll see you guys in the Super Bowl. Have a great Thursday afternoon, everyone.